What up, everyone? So, we've got Super Geek Box here. Box I'm always happy to see. This one seems awfully small this month, but hopefully that doesn't affect the quality. So, let's jump right in and see what we got this month. We just did the review for One Up Box, and it was okay. They're always hit and miss. This one kind of the same, hit and miss sometimes, but less so than One Up Box. This one's usually pretty on point, but we shall see. Alright, so we got a shirt, very tightly wrapped. I think it's a shirt. For some reason they put tissue paper on it, which is weird. Alright, whatever. New shirts. Alrighty, let's take a look at what we got. So it looks like an 8-bit zombie style shirt that looks like your flesh is being torn off. And a little patch on it says Zombie Annihilation Squad. I'm assuming that is from something specifically. I do not know from what, but I'm sure the card will say. But either way, that's a cool shirt. I like the style of it. I like the 8-bit zombie style. That's an interesting way to make that shirt. That's pretty cool. I will give that a 7.5 out of 10. Very nice. And it's also Toltecs, which is good. That's always a pretty fitted shirt, and I like that as well. So, very nice shirt. Cool. Next, we got a Dorbs figure from The Walking Dead. And we got Daryl, a very popular character from The Walking Dead. So, good show. I haven't kept up with the most recent season. Kind of stopped watching it a little bit, but this is one of the few shows I've actually checked out that I do know a little bit about. So Daryl's a cool character. I like Dorbs. Nothing special or exclusive about it. It's just an average one, but it's still cool. I'm always happy to see those. And they quite often show up in Super Geek Box. We don't always get pop figures, but we very often get the Dorbs figures, which I'm fine with because lots of other boxes get pop figures, so I like it to be mixed up a little bit. And then the rest just kind of seems like filler. Let's take a look at what we got here. A few things. So one looks like a little magnet. It says an arrow a day keeps the walkers away. Another reference to Walking Dead, and also another reference to Daryl because he always had a crossbow, which is cool. Alrighty. And then looks like we got a little mini art print, and it looks like Batman as a zombie, like a little extra small art print. Cool. That works. Then we got an unbranded air freshener. So this is a third-party air freshener, but it's very obviously referencing Super Mario. I never mind air fresheners because it always smells around here, so those are always cool to throw in my room. And then we got I would say this is a pin, but it's not a pin. It's like kind of a keychain. So if the camera will focus on it. So there's Boo, but it's actually not a pin. They actually put a piece of plastic over it, and then there's a little like carabiner style thing right there, which is kind of odd. That they basically turned a pin into like a cheap keychain, I guess. Alright, I guess that works. And then we got our pin that just says the theme on it, which is Apocalypse. Which I'm pretty sure it wasn't Super Geek Box, but One Up Box had an Apocalypse theme last year, I think, somewhat recently. Either way. Alright, well, that was all the items in the box. Kept it short and simple. So, let's take a real quick break, and then we'll come back and give this box some value. Alright, we are back. So let's talk about some value on these items. First, the shirt. I was reading the card and I didn't think it's referencing anything specifically. I think it's just an 8-bit zombie shirt. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong unless it's from something specifically, but from what I could tell, it kind of wasn't. I still like the design and it fits pretty well, so it'll still get like I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 since it's not really referencing anything until I'm corrected otherwise, but that'll get the standard $12 to $15 shirt value. Then, the Dorbs figure. So you actually had options here. You could have gotten Daryl, the Walker, which I saw on the side, who I actually kind of wanted. He looked cool. Or there was also a limited edition Daryl, which I'm pretty sure was blood spattered, but it didn't say. And I got regular Daryl, which is still cool, but, you know, I kind of would have rather have gotten one of the other ones. But, you know, no big deal. But Daryl actually goes for about $10 online, which is a few dollars, like $2 more than an average Dorbs figure. So, yeah, a little bit more, but, yeah, right around $10 is the value on that. Then, our magnet. This isn't branded. This is a third-party magnet. It's just something that's made. So, honestly, I really couldn't see this going for more than $2 or $3. It doesn't come in any packaging. It's just one by itself. And these are incredibly easy to make. You can literally print this out yourself and stick it on a magnet sheet. So, $2 to $3 is actually pretty generous considering what that is. nothing really special about it. Then, our air freshener. Same thing, like $2 or $3 because it's not branded. It doesn't come with any kind of special packaging. Obviously, it's packed in plastic to keep the smell in there, but other than that, really nothing special about it. Even branded air fresheners, like a Spider-Man one, you can get those like $2 or $3. So again, $2 or $3 is generous on that as well. And then the art print, same thing, $2 or $3. No artist attached to it. The artwork is very simple. It's very small, so this couldn't cost more than $2 or $3 to make without having any attachment to any person specifically. And then our last part, the pin, which they turned into, I was reading the card, it's actually a zipper pull, so you put it on your zipper and that's what it is. But it was a button at one point and they turned it into that, so $1 at best. Like I couldn't see it going for really more than that. And that was kind of all the items, so honestly not super thrilled about this month's box. I said it's kind of hit or miss sometimes, and this one seems like a miss. The shirt was okay, the Dorbs was fine, nothing wrong with it. Everything else was all filler. It was just very aftermarket, not aftermarket, but like third-party products where nothing was branded or anything like that. And with all that being said, that brings our value on the low end of 29, on the high end of 35. So low value as well. Usually you almost always get double your value, and this box will cost around $20. You usually get pretty much double all the time. And this one you really did not get very close to that. On the low end you got 50% more, and on the high end still didn't get double. So the value is pretty low on that end too. So all that being said, I'm going to give this box a 5.5 out of 10. You got decent stuff. There's nothing wrong with anything you got, and you did get your money's worth plus a little more, but really not great. I thought the Dorbs was okay, but that was really the only thing it had going for it, and the t-shirt was okay, and everything else is just filler. I'm not very impressed by this month's box, so kind of a bummer. I hope this isn't a sign of things to come, because if I remember correctly, last month's box wasn't that great either. So I hope they're not kind of fading away. Someone was saying that to me too, that they're kind of losing momentum a little bit, and it seems like they are, because that's kind of what happened to 1UP Box. They started really strong, and they were one of the best boxes around when they first started, but they've kind of slowly died off, and it seems like this company is too, and I'm not sure why. So I've always liked this box, and I'm still going to keep it around for at least a little while, because they've done really good in the past, but this month was not their best month. But you know, worst case scenario, not that big of a deal, because it's such a cheap box, and they have a great referral program, so if you refer people, you get a big discount on your box. So that makes it really cool, because you're just not risking that much money. But, you know, either way, I think people could take it, people could leave it. I don't think you'd be disappointed with this box, but I don't think you'd be super impressed either, so 5.5 I think is fair. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about it, keeping this review nice and short. Let me know what you thought in the comments. This is Super Geek Box. Shirt, 7.5 out of 10. Box, 5.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought. Talk to you in the next video. Love you all. Peace.